Number two, complete 2 years of college education. And then we'll give you a chance to come off temporary status and become legal in America. You have to earn your way all the way through, subject to review, examination, all of the requirements that should be there before someone gets this chance of a lifetime. Well, the Republican minority leader came to the floor before this vote, and he offered a unanimous consent request, which Senator Reid objected to, but here's what it said. Of all the amendments that you could consider on the defense authorization bill, you cannot consider any amendment that relates to immigration. I know what that was about. The Senate knew what that was about. It was an attempt by the Republican side of the aisle to make certain that the DREAM Act could never be called on the defense authorization bill. They've made an empty argument on that side that this DREAM Act has nothing to do with the defense of the United States. It's an empty argument.
Would my friend yield for a question?
I'd be happy to yield.
I say to my friend through the chair, is it not also true that under the terms of the DREAM Act, no one becomes a citizen? They get a simple green card. Is that true?
They reach legal status. They have to make application to go beyond that. And in this situation, young people undocumented in the United States who want to volunteer to serve in our military cannot do it. They are willing to risk their lives for America, and we say no. The Secretary of Defense knows that's wrong. This morning in a conversation that I had with him in my office over the telephone, he reiterated what he'd said to me before. These are the kind of young people we need in America's military. High school graduates from cultural traditions that respect the military, people who are going to make more diversity in our ranks. That's what we need. He knows from a national defense perspective, these will be good recruits for our military and will distinguish themselves, serving our country and coming up through the ranks. That's what the DREAM Act offered to the Defense Authorization Bill. The Republican leadership and every Republican senator said no.
Madam President?
Majority Leader.
My friend yield for a question.
I'd be happy to.
I say, through the chair, are you telling the American people that the Secretary of Defense, the man chosen by the President of the United States, not only this president, but the last president, is in favor of our passing the DREAM Act? Is that what the senator from Illinois is saying?
I would say to the senator from Nevada exactly that. The Defense Department's FY 2010-2012 strategic plan for the defense of America specifically includes the DREAM Act as a means of meeting the strategic goal and shaping and maintaining a mission-ready, all-volunteer force. In 2007, the Deputy Undersecretary of Defense at that time said the DREAM Act is very appealing because it would apply to the cream of the crop of students and be good for readiness. Over and over again, the Department of Defense has told us this is an opportunity for young people to serve our nation, for America to be a safer place. I want to say to my friend, the senator from Nevada, I told him this story earlier. This young man came this morning to the United States Capitol from the city of New York. I say to the presiding officer, he lives in Brooklyn. His name is Cesar Vargas. Cesar Vargas came to the United States at the age of 5, brought here by his mom and dad from Mexico, graduated the regular public schools of New York, and then went on to graduate from college. Now, it was more difficult for him because he's undocumented. So he couldn't get any federal aid to education. No Pell Grants, no federal student loans. But he made it, and he graduated. And after 9/11, I'd say to the presiding officer, he said to us this morning, because of my deep commitment to America, I tried to enlist in the Marine Corps. I wanted to defend this country after we had been attacked by terrorists. He not only tried the Marine Corps, he tried other branches. And repeatedly he was turned down because Cesar Vargas is undocumented. But his dream has not died. Now he is a third-year student at the City University of New York Law School. He speaks 4 languages. He said he's studying a 5th, Cantonese. He's an exceptionally gifted young man. And you know what his ambition is? Once again, to join the Marine Corps, to be in the Judge Advocate General Corps, to serve America, a country which he dearly loves. Because of this Republican decision, procedural decision, to say we couldn't consider the DREAM Act, we won't have a chance to vote on this bill at this time. on this important measure, which would give Cesar Vargas and thousands just like him a chance to volunteer to serve America. I would say to my friends and colleagues on both sides of the aisle, where is the justice in this decision? At least have the courage to let us bring this matter to the floor and stand up and vote no. But to hide behind this procedural ruse, this unanimous consent request, is totally unfair. It is inconsistent with the spirit and the history of this chamber, where we deliberate and debate and vote. But they ran and they hid behind this procedural decision.
Madam President,